guys, Icicle Fish here. I am sorry, it's been such a ridiculously long time. I've been so busy with life in general. I've had stuff and exams and life and yeah, but I'm back now. I've got you a really cool OU match. And yeah, this is cool to be back and cool to see you again. Yeah, anyway, I had this OU match on Pokemon Showdown. It's against a guy called Parapraxis, which is a cool name to have. Yeah, as you can see, the team preview is on your screens, beautifully presented, made in paint, might I add. My team, I'm using Hippowdon because at the moment I think it's the more reliable weather inducer, and then I'm using that core of Magnezone and Stoutland just because Magnezone gets rid of the horrible steals that Stoutland takes. He's like, steals, get away from me, and Magnezone's like, I'll get them away from you, Stoutland, have no worries. And that's kind of true with Salamence as well. And then we've got bulky Rotom-Wash because it's cool, and a bulky spinning Starmie to counter rain, and then also counters sun, so we're all good. His team, he's using some pretty interesting shit. Mainly a Tornadus incarnate form, which is probably going to make a resurrection back to OU, considering the recent banning of Tornadus Therian form. He's also using Kieran Black, which you don't see too much, which is pretty interesting. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what his team has in store for my team, because I am absolutely terrified of life in general. Yes, anyway, this team preview is really long. I think I put it in too long, but I can't change it now, so I'm just going to talk at the camera for a few seconds until I get into the match, and it's still okay. There we go, here's the match. Anyway, I lead off with my Magnezone, he leads off with his Kieran Black. I'm going to realise that that's a bad matchup for me, and switch into my Hippowdon, but he predicts that very, very, very nicely indeed. Goes into a Starmie, which is obviously going to scare me out of there, I don't know. Losing my Hippowdon this early in the game, so I'm going to go into my Rotom-Wash just to take the Scald easily enough, very easily enough indeed, and threaten him out with a Volt Switch. But because I predict him to be threatened out by the Volt Switch, I'm going to go for said Will-O-Wisp, which is going to willow all over his wispingness. Here's Ratchy. I was actually predicting his Groudon to come in, because predicting him to predict me to go for the Volt Switch, but now I hit the Ratchy with a Will-O-Wisp, which is never a bad thing, because, you know, Wisping Ratchy, that's quite a good band name actually. Anyway, ignore me, I switch straight into my Salamence, as he is in with his Ratchy. I go straight to my Ments because I thought he'd go for Rocks, and I wanted to get my Ments in before he got up the Rocks, because if I went for the Volt Switch and then went to Ments, then I would take Rocks damage, and that was something I didn't want to do. I wanted to threaten his Ratchy out there immediately, and then double switch from there, predicting that to put me in a really nice position. But it doesn't quite work out like that, because he goes into his Kieran Black. I really want to get out of there, obviously. Anyway, I'm a tiny bit behind the battle now. I go back into Hippowdon on Ratchy, and then I think I set up Rock, which is actually a really stupid play, because he just brings straight in Starmie, which obviously is going to threaten me out and be able to spin away the Rocks that I set up. So I'm going to switch out into my Magnezone, just because I know I can take anything that this thing wants to throw at me. He actually goes for the Slide Shot, probably predicting my switch into Rotom-Wash. That sounds like a thing that he would do. And then he goes into Chomp, and I'm actually going to predict this, switch into my Hippowdon. I could have gone for the Flash Cannon, but I suspect Flash Cannon really would have done a lot to Garchomp. However, I wasn't sure that he was going to switch out, and Wax stayed in with Starmie, and then it could spin away, and I didn't want to give it a free spin. Although, to be honest, it's probably going to get this free spin anyway, and I go for the Whirlwind, not predicting it to go for Rocks, because that's a weird Garchomp that goes for Rocks. Yeah, so I kind of predicted a Substitute or a Sword Stance or something of the sort. That would be beneficial for me to roar out. Anyway, I'm in with Rotom-Wash. I go for a Pain Split on the Starmie after he side shocks me, which is really good for me, because it means I'm going to get a lot of health back. Said Pain Split, he's going to go for a Recover, and it's kind of just a bit of stooliness. I go for the Will-O-Wisp, predicting his Garchomp to come in again, and a burned Garchomp is a useless Garchomp, pretty much, for the most part, I would say. And then I go for a Game on the switch out, but it doesn't quite work out, because he goes into his Ratchy, and I've given Ratchy a free hand, which is something you never want thing to do. Because in my opinion, CM Rachi is one of the more dangerous sweepers in OU at the moment, and you'll see the card right here, and I'm like, oh shitting fuck. I just Volt Switch out of there, get a bit of damage on the Rachi, obviously not too much, because he is at the +1 special defensiveness, and go to Magnezone. My Magnezone, who is amazing, and then he hits me with a Psychic. It's cool, because Magnezone can take whatever he wants to. Takes the Rachi out with a Hidden Power Fire, which is absolutely fantastic. He goes into his Bloom, and I'm going to predict him to Spore and not hit me with a fighting move, which is really nice, because just choked, which is really nice, because it means my Magnezone's asleep, and you know, it's probably the least useful thing on my team at the moment, so I did want that thing to be asleep, and it means I can have my other things awake. I am on fire today. You guys have to keep up with my smartness. I am shooting through the star like a satellite on my way to Mars. Oh, shut up! Stop singing songs in narrations. You're so stupid. Anyway, I'm kind of really neglecting the battle here. Just this Rotom versus Starmie. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. This is happening. Yeah, he's recovered. That is interesting. You guys, you should take note of that. I hope you're taking notes. You better be taking notes of my expert Will-O-Wisp in a Starmie. Yeah, that was expertness. Again, I predicted the Garchomp switch. Again, I predicted the Garchomp switch. Obviously, it's not going to be doing too much to Starmie. I go for the Volt Switch here, finally, like realising that he's not going to switch in Garchomp. Going to Stoutland, which is what I should have done ages ago, which is absolutely fantastic. Because Stoutland is in here now, and he's going to be like, fuck you to his whole team in the world and in the universe. But he goes into Garchomp, I'm like, what? It took 47%. That's because it's physically defensive, Jake. Physically defensive Garchomp. I mean, you've got to get on this guy's wavelength. He's so cool because he uses physically defensive Garchomp. Anyway, he's going to go to Bloom, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to take a Mach Punch. So I just sack my Rotom-Wash to take said Mach Punch, or Match Punch, Match. It should be Match Punch. Everyone says Mach Punch, but I guess it is Mach Punch. Oh, this is so scary. I go into my Salamence to take a thing. Take a Mach Punch. He gets a crit, which obviously isn't going to be too massive. I just hit him with an Outrage. Get that sweet, juicy Moxie boost. He goes into his Tornadus. And this is why I'm using Tornadus Incolor. He's got that Prankster, which means he's always going to move fast with the Tailwind. He goes for the Tailwind. And that's fucking scary, because it means he's bringing in like a double speed clear on Black, and I'm like, oh shitting fuck, because obviously he's going to be able to take me out. I can't take out because I'm locked into Outrange. Actually, I don't think I was there. I was confused. I could have switched out, but that would be pointless because he has Rocks up. Anyway, I go with my Powder, just a waste a turn of the Tailwind, and I'm wasting the turns of the Tailwind. I go into Magnezone after this because I know that I'm asleep, and he won't be able to take me out with a move. He goes for a sub, but I don't really care because the turns of Tailwind are fading fast. And I know he can't take me out with a single hit because he has Dragon Claw and Ice Beam, and Magnezone actually has really nice natural bulk. So if he goes for the Dragon Claw, it does 27%. I wake up, break the sub, and you know, not the first time wake, which is useful, but it's not huge because if he had taken out my Magnezone, the Tailwind would have faded out. I could have gone into Starmie and taken that thing out, but I do manage to wake up with Magnezone, which just means the value is a teeny bit shorter because I can come in with Stoutland here and just hit him with a superpower. It might not take him out, but it does take him out. I don't know why I said it might not take him out. I already know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen, but now you do know what's going to happen because it's already happened. Oh my god, that's such a monster. Anyway, Stoutland's going to come in and clean the game. That was a really good game. I kind of butchered this narration, but it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I really should have done this game with better narration, but hey, who cares? Who cares? I'll just stick with this narration because I like it. It's like a edgy, I don't give a fuck narration, which are always fun. Anyway, after that, I shall say goodbye to you, fair students of life. Yeah, pretty much. Thanks guys for watching as well. Drop a sub if you enjoyed. I'm Icicle Fish, and I am out of here. Oh look what I'm gonna do. Oh, now you can't see me.